Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to Rangers Radio.
Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Oxshire, on the show this evening. Is young Robert. Evening, Robert.
Evening, Ox.
We're Jim. Oh. We're Southside.
Evening, Trips.
Evening, big man. The one and only. We're Jim again.
Good evening. Evening, lads. Sorry about that.
Yeah. First yellow card, Jim. You know these referees. You know the entrance exam. Right. Trust me, the people you're talking to wouldn't pass it. And Albert. Evening, Albert.
Evening, lads. How you doing?
And I've done it by age, so last but not least, AK. Evening, AK.
Good evening, Ox. Good evening, Trips.
You try to say he's the youngest?
No. You were the second oldest, Albert.
He didn't dare to mention.
No, you'd have been first, Alec. You'd have been first. Right, how we all doing? How we all doing, Southside?
Aye, all right, mate. Good to be on the night with a lot of the usual people that do the show. Last night before Crimble coming up. I'll give a shout out to all the troops on the YouTube feed that'll be on the night. Say hello to them. Aye, all right, mate. Disappointed, obviously, on the result on Sunday, but we need to march on.
Aye, we do, mate. And there's a lot of controversy. I'm sure we'll come to that. I'm not allowed to. I've had a text from Mrs. Albert. He's not allowed to speak on it. Right. We didn't play well, Southside. Even when we were in tap, we weren't exactly riveting, were we?
No, we're all right for the first 20-odd minutes.
Aye.
And then it sort of went a bit pear-shaped after that, but you need to learn your lesson, how to mark men in a box. You need to be switched on when you see a team work a corner twice against you, then they get a result the second time. And mark your men. And we need a goalkeeper who actually knows where his goalpost is.
All right, Robert, how are you, mate?
I am all right, mate. Similar to Southside, mate. Disappointed with the result at the weekend, of course. It was a massive opportunity that we failed to capitalise on. Similar to Southside, I thought we started okay. But again, simple errors, simple mistakes that have cost us yet again.
Aye. Jim, how's it good, Jim?
Evening, lads. Great to be on here with you guys all again. Looking forward to the festive period. Looking back on Sunday's game, a couple of things I want to bring up during the hangman regarding it, why we changed system. But also, again, the one that kind of stuck out to me again, the boy that scored the goal, Finlay, who was actually marking him, Connor Barron. I've noticed this in the last few games. He seems to be picking up the biggest guy that we're playing against for some reason.
That's because he's waiting for Lyle Cameron to come on his sub and go on his shoulders, mate.
Aye. He's waiting on something because I want to know what this set piece guy's doing.
Well, aye, that's another story, another subject all on its own. AK.
Aye, that is what it is, isn't it? We've been here before. We've seen this movie before. The team makes a wee recovery of games and then let us down. But that first goal changed games, mate. Goals change games.
Aye.
If we'd have got it, then it might have been a different scenario, but Hearts deserved their win in the early 90 minutes.
Aye, but listen, mate, I thought that, I'll let everybody come in. How's the old bear?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I've said all my bits after the game, but
we the pleasure, didn't we? The pleasure.
Oh, aye. The only thing I would say is we lost a 6-pointer, and you never ever lose 6-pointers ever. You draw them and you win them, but you never lose them. And that's another lesson for the manager and the team to learn.
It's
a harsh lesson.
I thought I would ask the Waynes, yeah, but I'm asking you: have you got a Christmas list for us?
The day, I've definitely got a list. Mate, if
Oh,
he's
no.
want to talk about it.
I thought there was something brewing. I could feel it in my water. Right, okay. Look, it's broken night, and we've got a fully trained and competent referee on Wednesday night. So, what was your take on that big call? Well, my initial thoughts were it was offside. Seen all these lines, and obviously the story's broken night. If that's rang, the system's broke, and we can't use it. What's the point?
Aye, as I said earlier on, see until they get the, let's say, Marks and Spencers instead of the Aldi version, I think it needs to be binned because this is costing teams massively in money.
I think you've been a bit disrespectful towards Aldi there, mate.
Well, possibly, aye. But it's ridiculous how they can sit there with a naked eye and put a line down there and can't see that, and yet he can come out 2 days later and say, "Oh, I will made a mistake." It's not acceptable. It shouldn't be acceptable. But nobody is going to be held responsible for this.
Oh, they should be finished, mate. If they can't use the equipment right, they should be finished. That's their job, you know. But AK, what's your take on it? We're all biased to a certain degree, but you're a reasonably fair man.
I try to be, Ox. I try to be. Obviously, the camera angles and the lines and the misconstrued kind of jersey, Miowski, just it makes it look, debatable, to say the least, and the speed of the decision, as we know, that's where some debate can come into quick decisions like that and carry on with the game. Goals are massive in these games, these big games that we keep losing. First goal, many times have we goals chalked off against Celtic in big games. Too many to mention. And then Willie Collum will come out with apology. I mentioned it before the weekend there, and think it's Friday night. The last time we played Hearts, handball, Shankland, VAR, let it go. First goal, obviously they go ahead. We then score a perfectly good goal, ghost push and the keeper, goal denied, and then they get a penalty where Diamondi's not even touched the guy. So there are 4 decisions through VAR that has failed us. So we're talking about a referee as well who's got no input in that whatsoever, I don't think. But Nick Walsh is the same guy that, 2-3 weeks ago, we were up in arms because he's no sent off a guy and following the rules. He's no seen a perfectly good goal at Easter Road where it's near enough a foot over the line.
I agree with
referees.
I agree with that, but what I would say is the referee and the linesman got it right. If what we're seeing is correct, Albert, because they gave the goal.
Yeah.
So it's VAR it's introduced. As much as we've disliked Walsh, they've got it right and then told different. That's the way I'm reading it.
See, if you're coming out and saying that they got it wrong in their apology, I've not seen it, I've not heard what it's been said. Right, but if they're saying that, what was the point of getting involved? If they can't see it properly and make a decision, they've got to at least leave the decision as it is. I mean, I don't get it. I really don't get it. All I can say is they're influencing games. They're actually participating in the game by influencing it. And if they're doing that, they're potentially influencing who's going to win the competitions. And that's what's happening now, mate. And we're not the only team that's suffering for this.
No.
Let's get that straight.
But you saying to me they're either incompetent or they're cheating, mate. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly, mate. That's exactly what it is. Pick one. I'm not that bothered what one you want to pick, but it's one or the other. It's no mistakes, mate. It's incompetent or cheating. And that's the way it's going to be with me till somebody does something about it. Let's be honest about it. The current SFA, SPL boards are not going to do anything about it. That's obvious. It's going to take the Yanks and all these clubs to get together and start putting pressure on this. This is going to stop, mate. It's been going on for years now and it's got to stop.
What's your take on it, Southside? Have you seen the Brighton story just broke?
I get sent it, aye. It doesn't surprise me. It's the usual. I watched the VAR review thing the other day. It was out for November. I mean, you get the usual draw. So we'll learn for it. Many times you need to learn for something. I mean, half the time they draw the lines. It was done pretty quickly, I think, as well. and they've got it wrong, and it's cost us again another VAR decision. Because goals change games, and at that stage of the game, if we get the goal, it stands as they gave at the time. Then listen, we could have been on at half time, we could have maybe increased the lead, or be 1-0 at half time. You don't know. But at the end of the day, it's cost us again. A VAR decision through their incompetence. I know being able to do their job box.
But goals change games. We could have won the game 5-1, but we could have lost it 5-1. You'll never be able to answer that. But right's right, Albert, right's right, and wrong's wrong, yeah.
So, you're right about the result. You never know the result. But what you do know, what is a fact, that we were 1-0 up and didn't get it. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
So that fact can take it away from us, and that who knows what they went to there. But that's a fact. And it's happening time again, man. It's just sickening, mate. You're just, I mean, I don't know about you. When I'm at the game now and Rangers day score, which is not very, very often, let's be honest with you, but when the day score, I just sit there and wait what they're going to find to cut short this one off, what they're going to do now. You just don't enjoy it, a goal anywhere. You don't enjoy the game. You're just sitting waiting for it to be chopped off again. It's the game's wrecked up here, mate. Totally and utterly wrecked. I'd love to be able to swear in this show with that wee trumpet, that wee clown Colum running it. I mean, that is an incompetent clown, that. And now he's got a TV show to tell you to make up reasons for them making mistakes and then come out with apologies. Would you think they would get away with this in the Premiership if their referees were on the Premiership? They wouldn't last, mate. They wouldn't even last half a season. They'd be gone. Sacked, out. I know he's going to turn around and say, but we've nobody to take their place. I need Scottish referees to take their place. There's plenty of referees worldwide.
Jim?
Aye, but it's going to be interesting. But again, nobody's getting held hanging for them for these decisions. And as you say, it's not just happening to us. It's happening up and down the country every week, and nobody's held accountable. He can come out there and say, we're sorry and all that, blah, blah, blah. The game's done. It's away. You say goals change games. We go 1-0 up there. It's a big difference.
Aye, it'll just fuel to the fire, and people, rightly so, start looking at things, question it. There's part of me looks at it. Have we been gaslighted, AK?
It certainly looks like it, doesn't it? They admit a failure and then come out and give an apology. Jim just said there, the damage is done. That's it. They say we could have been right on their tails in second place if we get the decisions back at Ibrox when Russell Martin was right under pressure. 24 hours later, Celtic got a dodgy penalty, so Kilmarnock could have been shafted there with the officials as well. So you take 2 points off of them, take 3 points off and switch it round about. We go 1-0 up at that stage of the game. I thought Rangers were started really well the first 15, 20 minutes. Nico Raskin could possibly have scored as well. And you silence that crowd and it turns it against, and all of a sudden you're talking about a totally different game. But they get a bit of wind in their sails and the crowd's still upbeat. It might have changed the game, it might not have changed the game. For the next hour, for half hour onwards, I thought Hearts were excellent. They could have scored 3, 4, 5, but that's because Rowe was having to change his team constantly and take chances and leave gaps because they were looking to press, and we're no good enough as a team. We've always said that. We've been consistent. Every single one of us, our critique of the team this year. We know we're not a good team. We're not praising the team or the manager or whatever, but we were on a wee run there that gave us a slight wee bit of belief, and they're the wind taking out ourselves again. We just feel deflated because we keep getting, up. Well, we've got a wee chance here now, and then we go into this game and we lose another one of them, and that needs to get sorted out.
It's became the big talking point. We've critiqued our team. We've kicked them for pillar to post. We've battered them last night. We went through them individually, Southside. We've destroyed each and every one of them, their character, their ability, their attitude. Yeah, but this is a big talking point. And let's be honest, it's still no hiding the fact that how we played, mate. We were awful. But goals change games. You go 1-up, you remember with confidence, you go and get a second one. They have to open up. We might pick them off and score a third. You'll never know, mate. You'll never know.
No, listen, referees, make mistakes, right? As we've watched through the years, some of them you can't believe sort of what they gain decisions-wise, but VAR was brought in to help them or spot obvious errors. But we've got the wee Disney version of this VAR. No, it's a nonsense. The clubs are paying 100,000 a game or whatever it is for this VAR, and you're giving it to guys that are incompetent at doing the job. And now it's costing clubs. I mean, I seen one the other day by St Mirren. It's brutal. They were laughing about it on Sky Sports. They were laughing about it. How the ref come back and after St Mirren scored and they gave a decision, they chopped the goal off. It's not just us, but we've been on the receiving end of many. But it's happening throughout Scotland to most clubs. Certain clubs maybe only have one or two decisions gave against them up to this season.
And
But
it's also when you get the decisions.
Aye, and as AK touched on, we've seen it. There could have been a swing. I mean, everybody knows in the ground, Shanklin honoured the ball the last time at Ibrox. He even said it himself. You could lip read him and say it's probably going to get chopped off or honored it, and then they gave the goal. Even the goal that we don't get, he couldn't wait to blow the whistle and give a foul. It's just total incompetence. And on Sunday there, listen, we got beat because we didn't mark our men in the box, and Hearts scored a good goal for a free kick, and our goalkeeper set the second goal. And we didn't create enough chances after that really to win the game. So, I'm not saying that we should have probably won the game, but if we get the first goal when Majowski scores, you could have been in at half-time 1-0 up, and then you don't know what happens in the game. We might go on later on and score a goal. It's when you score a goal or when the goal's chopped off during the game is what's critical. But it's the incompetence of the referees. It's bordering on embarrassing. And it's time Rangers come out and called it out. The club should come out with more statements and say, we're not accepting this nonsense. No, this is bordering on embarrassment here. And if you can't get it right, then we need to find either get rid of it or, I'm scared. I thought it'd help. Because see, if you get rid of it, they'll just have a free rein to do what they want. The refs have been doing for long enough. And you watch some bizarre decisions. But up to now, they're still blatantly getting it wrong and still blatantly cost clubs points throughout the season because of their incompetence. And as you say, we willies on during the week or once a month to tell you, we'll get it right and we'll learn from it and this and all that. But no, it's not good enough. It's certainly not good enough. St Mirren were quite right to say the guys in the VAR room should all be out because they're referees and they're hopeless at doing the job. So something's got to give, but our club should come out with a statement. We should be coming out and putting pressure on these idiots because otherwise they'll just keep getting away with it. And we've watched them get away with it week after week after week, basically, month after month. Nothing's changed since he was nearly, he was half in, half out, or he wasn't in the box, out the box, nor this carry on for a semi-final, nor that. It's just bordering on embarrassment, mate. And it's time the club started making statements and calling this nonsense out.
Aye, I get it.
It's time that all the clubs go together and made one big statement and called it out, mate, because this individual stuff is not working. They need to be called out, and we ought to do it. They all need to do it together, mate, because it's happening to every club bar one. Let's be honest about it. They're kidding themselves on. They're getting it as well. They're not getting anywhere near what we're all getting. It's just shocking, mate. And Butland needs to watch himself and all. He's going to get the reputation as making as many mistakes as of our teams. You know what I mean?
That was a bit of a dig there, Jim, wasn't it?
Right, let's get on to the game. My view on the game in Sunday there. We were going long quite a lot, and I thought we were getting a lot of joy out of it, which in the first 25 minutes we were, because it was getting them out of our faces. Then all of a sudden, Butland and Tav started playing that wee shorter ball, dinking it. And that's, to me, in that game, that's when all that pressure started mounting on us. What was your views on that, guys?
Oh, we said it last night, if you'd have listened. Move on.
Okay. See, that's on you here.
Let's talk about Christmas.
Listen to last night's show. You tell me, yeah?
Come on, Jim.
Tell him, Jim, you're working. Can't you listen to the show? You're working.
Actually, Nick, that's all. I'm disappointed in you, big man.
Come on. we destroyed it last night. We said the turning point was a stupid pass for Butland, put to the wing, put us under pressure, changed the whole momentum of the game. I don't think we were going long. I just think we got the ball up the park occasionally. We weren't clearing it because, let's be honest, Miovski wasn't one of them up there, so we weren't going traditionally long. We were deliberately they were trying to slow things down for the first half an hour. And they were passing the ball about slow and methodical across the back. That moment, they broke on as the header, then Raskin comes in. Don't know what he was trying to do, put it out for a corner. The first goal came for that. The second goal came for Diamondi, mate. Miscontrol in the middle of the park. Albert's favourite move. Miscontrols it full. Straight ball up the park. We switch off. Shankler's in and impossible angle, and our goalie does a bit of ballet dancing, Jim. We're 2-0 down. And then we huffed and puffed.
Right.
We couldn't blow the roosting. After 80 minutes in the second half, we hadn't had a shot on target, mate. We were poor, but I get your point about the moments. And we also talked about the leadership, the senior pros in the team last night. Butland, Tavernier, Raskin, how disappointing. But Diamondi was thrown in there as well. Guys, it's been a wee bit waste. And they were all really disappointing. So we touched on that last night. Didn't we, AK? Yeah, I know you were known, AK, but I know you listened.
Aye, I did, pal. Aye. No, you pretty much summed it up there. I've experienced leaders on the team, the leadership group, and they were the big ones. They were the big players that all that is doing, because see your Magoma, Cornelius, who was the other centre half? Big Fernandez and that. That's the kind of first time they went to Tynecastle. They've probably heard about it. The crowd's on tap. It's a great atmosphere. Blah blah blah. Young Aarons and Mikey Moore and that as well. So they don't know what to expect. So they expect the senior players in the team to kind of guide them through. Just calm it down, keep things level-headed, talk to each other, communicate. But they weren't doing any of that. We don't have any communicators in the team. We don't have any leaders in the team. But all the guys that Ox just mentioned there, they're the guys that you can all finger point at. What were you doing there? Where's the leadership here? Where's the communication? That short corner. Spoke to Southside last night after the show, and I think that was the second time that they'd done that. They tried a short corner just before it, and we got caught sleeping. So you're right in what you said to Bridgeman there, Ox. If you've got two players running out for a corner, you make sure two of your players go out there with them.
And who would you pick? Who would you pick?
Oh, guy, just one of the weird guys. But it's all this zonal marking in that as well doesn't help us either.
Question for you, AK, then. I'm glad you mentioned that. I'll come back to Jim in a minute. Question for you. Yeah, I know when you play your balls and that, there's a lot of space between your ball and the jack. But space has never scored a goal in its life, has it? Players running on will score a goal. I don't understand it, mate. They're trying to change the game, mate. And the game's no changed. It's if you're standing still and somebody's running onto you, he's got a standing start to you and he's got a chance of beating you. If you're standing marking space, you can't score a goal, right? You've got a dead jump. How'd you get up, mate?
Yeah, 100%. And Bridge is right as well. You've got a goalie there at 6'5", command your 6-yard box and win everything that's in there. What's he doing? And Jim, you've slaughtered Butland in the past for that as well.
I've got to be honest with you, when I looked at that cross, I've not deliberately watched the game back, but my initial thoughts were that cross. It took the goalie out. It was a decent cross. It was power. And that's how it was so easy for him to head it in. I don't know if it was Butland's ball, but I'd need to watch it back to. I made my mind up. That was my initial reaction. Back to Jim. Are you happy with that? We did slaughter the leadership group. We did slaughter Butland. We did
100%.
slaughter Tav. Yeah.
Aye, but see the header goal.
Right, this is our show. It's goodwill to all men, mate. You need to remember that right, Southside?
Okay, carry out in the post. Right, listen, see
he's got a point. He's got a point with Butland. Butland's our playmaker, mate. That's one of the problems he's not talked about. And these big, stupid, daft boys, he keeps getting away. He's got a point, mate. And it's ridiculous to watch. It really is ridiculous to watch.
Got the ball too much. That was the problem with Russell Martin.
And you let see Hearts are wanting him on the ball, and they're wanting Suter on the ball, and players like that. If you watch it, they don't put them under any pressure. They want them on the ball because they know they're getting the ball right back. And it happened time and time. If no, I think, see if he's done about, I don't know, 15 passes, he's lucky if he got 3 or 4 to go to a Rangers player. It's mince, mate. It's just total mince. And I don't know if it's rolling style now, because every manager we get seems to hear this. And I don't know if it's the players. It must be the players. It's going to be the players. It's taking it on their own back that this is the way they're going to go about it, because it's mince. And you're sitting there shouting and bawling at the telly and going, what's going on here? What's the captain doing?
Also, he's not brilliant with the ball at his feet, is he? Let's be honest.
No, he's no. So was he the playmaker for them? That's my question.
And you come, Jim. And you come. Get it off your chest, mate.
Aye, but see the manager and all. I think he's getting a wee free hit now. Why is he starting Aaron's one ahead of Tavernier? What is he seen there that he thinks that's going to work? I mean, I think he's getting a wee free hit now, and I think it's.
There's only one guy can take that question. To any guesses?
It's me, Jim. It's coming to me. I know it's coming to me.
On yourself, sir. On you go. On yourself a little bit.
I don't like fullbacks. It's wing backs. I just don't like it, mate. I never did like it. I don't understand it. But what I'll say for Rowe, you can't say who's he going to put in there. Who's he actually going to put in there? There is nobody to put in. So he's trying to. He's just shuffling a pack. You know what I mean? That's what I see him doing. He's just trying things. But even if we get players in, I don't want fullbacks as wing backs. I want a wing back to be a wing back. If we're going to play with wing backs, let's get wing backs in. And Arns, the only reason Arns is in the team is because Tav is not a player he was. If prime Tav, Arns doesn't get near the team. But Arns is better than this Tav, this version of Tav, because Tav's woeful, absolutely woeful. And I don't think anybody can say any different. We all say the same thing. So Arns is getting a game for that reason. He's better than a bad Tav. Just better than a bad Tav. That's all I can say.
Albert.
Yeah.
I'm going to challenge you on that, mate. You're not telling me that Max Aarons is better than Tavernier. Max Aarons can't go forward. He can't go forward. When's the last time he crossed a ball? I think this season I've seen him crossing one good ball.
No, Jim. Common sense will not take off on this show. Albert.
He's not crossing balls because he's not a wing back. That's not his position. He has a full back. That's what he does. And he's never going to be Tav. That's Tav's game up that last third of the park. That's his game.
Tav's done all that, no?
Oh, he's done. No, I mean, there's no getting away from it. Tav is done. And Arms is better than Tav right now. And I don't rate they say Arms is a brilliant player. I'm not saying that at all. But he's better than Tav. Tav is woeful. Absolutely woeful. He's woeful now in defence and going forward now. He's and nobody's mentioned about his free kick. He just slipped and fell over. I was like, oh no, I know. I'm saying that Tav, he's not doing things like that. That's just this doesn't happen. I hate to say it and I hate to see it because he's gave us good service. He's always ready for his work. He never shies away from playing. He's scored some wonderful goals, mate. Absolutely wonderful goals for some really important games.
When you're done, mate. When you're done,
you're done. That's it, mate. That's all it is. He's done. That's it. But I'm not trying to justify Arns as a better player. I'm not. He is at the moment, but
I don't see it. I think Arns is still worse than Tav. I think Tav's stinking. Yeah, and I've been a fan of James Tavernier. Not quite as much as Fox. I've not got a tattoo of the poster above my bed, but I think he's been a great servant for his south side, but sans the time waiting for no man, eh?
I think Tav's not got the pace to get back. Aaron's whatever you want to call him, can get back a bit. He can track back a bit. Listen, for Bournemouth, if you actually will go back and watch him, he was an attacking sort of winger type at Bournemouth when he was playing. Maybe he was told to sit in on the right hand side. Maybe Magoma was told to get down the left, and maybe that was a reason why. You don't know. He might have released him more down the left, thinking we could build up more down there if they thought that was the weakest side of the Hearts team. But Tav's finished. His legs are gone. Mediocre players are running by him. He's not got the legs in recovery to get back. But he plays because he's captain, probably has the respect to the team, he has experience. But he's done. Let's be honest, he's done. And as you say, since a time wait for no man, and that's just a fact. He might have the odd good game here and there. He's not getting down the park now. He's not getting forward. He's not creating many chances. He scored a couple of goals this year. Don't get us wrong.
Top goal scorer.
But but he's no the Tav that we knew, and he hasn't been for a good wee while now. And like I say, in Europe he's been badly caught out and all. Players just can down the left, showing a wee bit of pace, and he's left for dead. Hence the fact they're crossing balls in against us and they're scoring goals in Europe and all. But now and again, if you're not up against a sort of fast winger, you might get away with it. But Aaron's, for me, probably has shaded it, although he's not been outstanding. But I would probably start him before I would start Tav if I was playing in the right back position. I would probably start Aarons before I would start Tav, if I'm perfectly honest. But I understand why Tav gets played, because he's captain. And he has the respect probably of the players. But him and Butland have been shocking at times this season. And that's just the way it is. And he's another one. Kelly's far better with distribution, with ball at his feet and everything. And I don't know, I'd be looking to change my goalkeeper and all. I know he had a couple of good saves in the second half, Butland. I know he's had some good saves at the start of the season and he's done well. But he's prone to these goals, like you're selling goals, and that's what makes him a difference between a really good goalkeeper and just an ordinary goalkeeper. And for me, Jack Butland's just an ordinary goalkeeper.
Robert?
The issue with the goalkeeper, Ox, is it's whether you want a ball-playing goalkeeper or not. And the way we are playing, building up from the back, you certainly need a keeper who's comfortable with the ball at his feet. We have known for a number of years now that Butland's not got the distribution to hit a long ball and find one of your guys. I think he tried 18 long passes on Sunday and only 5 came off. So if you're going to be doing these long direct balls to your wingers or your forward men, where it's Chimity, to try and get it up the park, you're going to need a keeper that's got the ability to do it consistently, because if not, the ball's just coming back to you. And even when he's bringing the ball 10, 15 yards out the goal, you've got 3 or 4 players coming towards him, but the first thing he does, he launches it up the top. It's just coming straight back to us. So if this is the way we want to play out from the back, then we will need to look at that position. But Southside's right, he's made a number of saves early on in the season that have kept us in a lot of games and got us a lot of points on the board, but he's like everybody else, he's prone to a mistake, and anywhere else in the park, you've seen it with Tavernier, if you don't perform, you have mistakes, then somebody will come in and they'll try and take that position off you. And Liam Kelly, when he was in at the end of last season, never done any harm to himself to get that jersey as well. So he's a better distributor, as Southside says as well. So maybe in a few games' time, or even on Saturday, you might see a change up and go.
I don't think that will happen, because I'll tell you why. At this moment in time, arguably, and this is how bad the season's been, arguably Butland's been my player of the season so far this year. It's mental.
Aye, no, you're probably right there, Rox. It's not been a high bar, right enough, but you're right.
Limbo.
Aye. I know. Listen, there's no part of the team that's functioning well. We can slaughter the defence, we can slaughter the keeper, we've slaughtered the strikers, we've slaughtered the midfielders. There's not one single part of that team that we've got in is functioning well, and that comes back to the same old adage: recruitment. Shocking, but
I'm glad you mentioned that. What you need
is there a list there?
What you need is somebody with a conspiracy theory, or maybe looked at it differently. Oh, bear.
Oh, you mean, I'm going to court of this, so I can't say too much. No, I was hearing the day that there could be investigations into some of these transfers, and rightly so. I think the 49ers are not happy, quite rightly so as well. But I hope there is investigation into them, because some of these 14 players and not one fit at the ground. I mean, that's you would think that'd be impossible, mate. I was saying to Southside today, you'll take some that are not going to settle in, some that are not going to be good, right? That's fair enough, that happens. And then you've got some that will not settle, and that can happen. But 14 players and not one of them has showed anything. No, that's you would think that was near enough impossible. but at professional level. But it's happened. It's happened to us, mate, because you look at the 14 players and name one that you think, oh, aye, definitely. Not one of them, mate.
So
Not
what
one
are you
of them.
saying? We need to sign the experience over. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, you're getting my list out now. I just want to go through it. I'll go through about the list. I'm not going to
Right, wait a minute, lads. Go and get a cup of tea. We'll go straight to the tune after he's done.
Settle down there. Right. I hear people through the show, and we've been saying it for a long time. Everybody's been saying it about experience. We need experience in the team. I'm going to rhyme off just the defence, right? The boy right that you never hear one of the keepers is 26. Butland's 32. Kelly's 29. Stav's 34. Aaron's is 25. Sterling's 26. Shooter's 29. Cornelius is 28. De Jager's 23 and Fernandez is 24. That's for defence, mate. And we're talking about we've need experience. Look at the age of these players. It's ridiculous. And I've done 29 players. Out of the 29 players, we've got 4 teenagers. 4 teenagers. And everybody keeps going on about these wee boys. We've only got 4 teenagers out of the 29 players. Right? And we've got between 20 and 24, we've got 10 players. And between 25 and over, we've got 15 players, mate. And 14 of the 29 are internationals, mate. 14 of the players are internationals. And we sit here and slag this squad and say this, and we've got things in our mind saying, what's this? We've not got Scottish players, we've not got enough experience, we've not got this, we've not got that. The bottom line is, mate, it's proved. We've got all of that. It's just not good enough. The quality of players is not good enough. It's as simple, mate. There's no other reason other than quality, mate. And Wee Moore proves the point lovely. Wee boy's 18 years of age, and you look at the boy and you can see the boy's quality. All right, he's only a boy and he's not going to be relied on for every single game or every minute, every game. But he's proved the point. If you've got quality, you've got quality. And what we're seeing with Asgard and all the rest, Arms and all the rest of them, there isn't any quality there, mate. They're just bad players. That's the way I'm looking at it now, mate. So I just done that realistic to prove the point that it's no experience and it's no. I don't care nationalities either. You've got to get quality, and these signings that's coming in the new, however many it is, it's got to be quality, mate, real quality, or cheap. Don't go there. Forget about spending 2, 3, 4, 5 million.
Thanks for taking the time. What I'll do now, I'll ask the rest of the panel back to see if they were listening. Jim, how many players over 22 have we got?
How many players over 22?
Aye.
Too many.
24.
24, sorry. 24. See, I wasn't listening either. 24, Jim.
24.
How many players?
Over 24.
AK, how many players have we got in the squad?
Pass.
29.
Well, somebody was listening. Well done.
Well done, Southside. Well done,
I
pal.
was going to answer Jim's question. 15.
Robert, how many internationalists have we got in the squad?
14 internationalists.
Well done.
Well done, Robert.
At least 2 of them were listening to you. All
But see, you're constructing an argument, or you're thinking you know something of the game, which most days don't. We don't. We're no professional coaches and all that. You need to start looking at the facts when we're constructing our arguments to say, right, we need experience. Now you look at the squad and go, good grief, man. We've got 15 players in that squad over 20, 25 and over. Much experience do we need here? So it's no experience, it's quality. Out of the players that I mentioned in the defence, how many would actually keep? Not very many, if any. Not very many. So it's the quality. So we're looking at the players that are coming in this January, however many it's going to be. But I don't care how many it's going to be, but they need to be quality, mate. They really, really do need to be quality. But we cannot, and I just wish they don't. I hope they don't go and spend millions. Just don't spend millions and millions of pounds, because we cannot afford to keep signing players that get injured and sit in that treatment table and 20, 30 grand a week. It's draining the club and it's going to kill the club. It's got to stop, mate. If you're going to take the chance and don't cap the wages, no more than 10 grand. You can't earn anywhere than 10 grand at Rangers. If it's not going to work out, it's going to be cheap failures. It's not going to be dear failures. And build a team of hungry players.
Haven't we? Cornelius, we're paying for Matondo, obviously. Dill's just come back. I don't
Sterling.
know. Sterling's just come back. You've had obviously Souters out again. Cornelius is out again. You know. We've had a few as a conveyor belt. But I suppose that every team's got players injured Southside.
Right. I mean, don't mind the injured players don't really get thought about if you've got a winning team on the park and you're doing well. You can carry some of these players and nobody really cares. It's when you're not playing well and you're no got consistency. Your team should be able to pick itself most weeks. You should be able to pick 8 out the 11. Bezrami's out injured and all, unfortunately. I think he'd make a difference. I know. I think he'd looked promising since he come back. But we're paying players a lot of wages and for little return at times. I mean,
He's
things.
26. He's another
26.
experienced player.
And he's an international and he has got experience.
Yep.
He's played in Italy and all that. And I liked him as a player, but for some reason he wasn't getting a chance of late. And he gets himself back in the team and starts to show you a wee bit. He'll always try. He shows a bit of effort. He can play in a system. But unfortunately, again, he takes an injury and he's out. And I don't know when he's due back. Hopefully sooner the better. But it's another player. We lack quality right throughout the whole team. The midfield's stinking. Don't create chances. Strikers, we don't create enough for them to score. And Chimiti's jury's still out. Majowski's still, I think his hold-up playing that, even on Sunday, was terrible. A few times he had the ball, but he's back to the player and he was getting it took off him. Doesn't hold the ball in well at all. The defence has been creaking all season. No picking up men, no marking men in the box. We've got a goalkeeper that's suspect. So, listen, we're not saying
Apart from that, it's all right. Is that what you're saying?
apart from that, the only thing good's the support that follow that. I nearly said effing team there. That's the only thing that's good about us, you know, is the support that follow that team about the place, because they don't deserve off it. If they put in as much effort as the support did, we might be in a better place, mate.
Aye. Right, listen, we better get these phone lines opened. We digressed. Let's hear from you. Last show before Christmas.
While you are sitting listening on your own, why not take part and give us a phone? We would love to hear your points of view, so get off your bum and call 01413561972.
We all heard that last night. We knew to you, Jim.
Oh my God. Right, listen, see on the recruiting thing, Albert. What did you make of the rumour on the go today, Josh Windass? Now, come on.
The deal's
Not for
done,
me, mate.
The deal's
Not
done.
for me. Is it?
I don't know. I'm just annoyed, Jim.
I thought over Christmas right away, man.
I know Southside.
Josh is going to walk up the road to come back, Jim.
It's too weak for me. It's just too weak.
Let me know when he's coming up that road there.
Well, if we get somebody to pick him up, we might not get the directions right.
Well.
Listen, he'll come walking back up the road. Is it Wrexham, isn't he? He's already said he would come back. He said he made a mistake. Listen, I'm not so keen on players coming back. I've said it all along. I'm not that. I'm not so keen on them coming back. But I still don't think I would take him back either. I don't think he's right. I don't think we should go down that road. But if we do, I'll tell you what, he'll probably come in and make a difference compared to the two wingers that we've had out there playing wide positions already. Ant-Man and the Gasman. I think he'd walk in by day two, because what they two are producing out there is no good enough at Glasgow Rangers. And whether he'd be the right idea, might be a better player now, a bit more experience than he had before, might be a more rounded player. I don't know, because I've not watched much of Josh Windass since he left. I don't really follow anybody once he leaves Rangers. But I think if Danny Rowe worked for him at Sheffield Wednesday when he was there, I think he got no a bad return out of him while he was at Sheffield Wednesday. I think he was probably their best player that season. But it's not for me to bring players back. It's worked for some, but it's not really my idea, Oxton. You know that, I've said that many a time.
Aye, but what I will say is, right, I will say, and I get that, and there's an argument for that. if Danny Rose choosing that he thinks that this, and forget who it is, Mr. AB is coming back in to improve our team, if he's involved in recruitment, he'll fall or rise with who comes in the door. And if he thinks this guy's going to go into our team and improve our team, I think he's every right to bring him in, if it's his choice. No sentiment, he's been with us before, whoever it is. And then he'll rise and fall with his recruitment and he'll be judged. Now, obviously, if he did do that and he brings somebody with a bit of history, he'll get judged harsher. That player will get judged harsher because of what's happened in the past. But it's up to the manager. And I don't know, it wouldn't be something that would attract me. But if he thinks he's better than what we've got, why not? Hold better.
As I say, it's not for me, mate. It's too weak.
Aye.
I don't see it. I don't see him improving the team at all. We're talking about we're not standing up to teams that are out fighting us. Windass is no one of the ones that's going to fight. He's not going to bully anybody. And we've got too many. No, we've got too many weak players as it is. We can't.
But what about the manager? If you're letting the manager manage, and he's saying,
if he said he wants him, he wants him, and that's the end of that. And he's going to come. That's fine. Fine with me. I mean, let's be honest. He sounds to be that he signed his first player anyway. I mean, he said okay to Suter getting a new contract. So he's now, if that is the case, he's now a role player as far as I'm concerned. So he's already done that. So, aye, I'm with you. It's his job, after all.
I'm not saying it's Josh Windass, whoever it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's his job. He should have a say who's signing. But yeah. If it is him, it is him. No, for me, but if you ask me to say if you sign him, no.
No, that's a different conversation, AK, isn't it? And Robert.
Aye, completely different. No, for me either. I mean, they were talking on other forums and podcasts. Morelos possibly coming back, Kent possibly coming back, Aribo coming back. They guys are far higher level. Yeah, a player for me than what Josh and Windass ever was. But it's just, listen, the fact we're even considering them or possibly considering them just shows you how poor our team is.
Did he not just move to Wrexham for Sheffield Wednesday in the summer there?
I think he did. I think you're right.
He did.
It's maybe
AK for the other three. I wouldn't sign any of them three either. They've not made a rip roaring success of their career where they went, have they?
Aribo,
I know you're not saying signing, but wouldn't he do that?
I know. Well, for me, Aribo, I think he's got mere attributes and age in his side and what have you. But listen, it's one of them. Kent and Morelos burnt their boats for me, particularly the way they behaved in the last year of their contracts.
I agree with that. Have you seen Aribo playing down there? Obviously, I thought he's been atrocious down there. He looks well at his depth in that level, that Premier League. Sorry.
He's in the Championship, mate.
Well, when he's in the Premiership with Southampton, they get relegated, didn't they? So you see him at even the Championship, I don't think he's at that level either.
Don't know if he's getting again. Jim, exactly. what I will say is, I'm just going to give you a wee tip, mate. See in the next week, you're going to read a lot of names. Don't take them all to heart.
I'm not taking them to heart, but I think it's worrying that they're mentioning people like George Windass.
But who mentioned it, mate?
Well, it was mentioned on a few of the kind of media things, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. And they get
it was no mentioning Sky. It was mentioning Sky, you know.
I know, but it's all because the Windies nearly opened, didn't it?
Aye.
They go to kill a bit of time with Sky Sports News because they can't talk about the Ashes.
That's for true. That was a doing.
Fox, you hit the nail on the head as well, mate. Like, a lot of people will look at this window, especially the position we're in with no sporting director, that Danny Rose got the reins. So any signing done in January will be under his watch, under his recommendation or whatever as well. So a lot of people will now turn and say, well, if the guys that do come in, if they are successful, that bodes well for Rowe. But if they don't, then again, it's putting question marks on his back as well, as the guy that identifies these players. So whatever player that may be, whether it's Windass or somebody else you will probably hear names of, as you say, throughout the weeks. If they come in, they do the job right, it's a tick box, well done. But if it doesn't, then the pressure mounts on Roll to say, well, he's not cut out to go and identify players that he thinks are going to improve the squad, no matter the name.
Aye, I get it, mate. I mean, all regimes, even if you're a manager who doesn't select the team, ultimately you rise and fall with your recruitment, mate. Because if they're successful, you'll be successful as a manager of that group. And if they fall and it doesn't work, they don't get rid of the 12 of them, do they? Or the 14 of them in our case. They get rid of the manager. In our case, I think we were all quite glad we get rid of that particular manager. Even Albert, a great defender.
Aye.
At
the end of it was. I still think he gets some stuff right. He wasn't as bad as everybody was trying to make out, but he spotted right away after the first game in Motherwell, and he came out in that interview. That was the best interview he's ever done, and that was the one that lost the dressing room. I said that the other day, because he pulled Raskin right away and says, "There's your problem right there. That wee man is doing less is more." That's what he kept saying. Less is more. He never mentioned Raskin by name, but he says less is more for some players, and he was talking about Raskin. And if you watch the game there on Saturday and Sunday, there, it's exactly what the guy says. Raskin's running with the ball, getting caught in possession. Less is more. Pass the ball, son. Win the ball, pass the ball. That's what you're really, really good at. See danger and cut. If you watch the remember the Hibs game, how many times he cut the ball out and got the guy under pressure, and we broke on them right away when the wee man's playing his right game, and that's what Martin was trying to get into his head. He took it the other way. He took it off, and then there was a war in the dressing room, and it lost the dressing room, and it was history. The rest was history, wasn't it? But no, I don't like sacking managers. I just don't. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right, because players are going out there like Saturday's game. Wasn't it Roll that was done in that part playing? It was these players. And you looked at Raskin, you looked at Diamondi, you look at wee Gasman. They've chucked it. These players have chucked it now. They're no Rangers players. They're just putting the jersey on, but they're no Rangers players anymore. I'd love the three of them to all be Rangers players and putting 100% in and being great players that we think they should be, but they're no. And they're no playing for Rangers.
If we've discussed on in here, if you walked in, there's 12 decorators and you were in charge of them and they were performing as bad as your team did on Sunday, putting the wallpaper upside down, you bagged a lot of them, wouldn't you? But in football, it's the guy that comes in and says, by the way, yous are terrible, yous are doing things right. He gets it back. It's a mental industry, mate.
That's the way it is, but that's the way it's true, but it's the way it is. It's but again, we can't keep banging my head off the walls. We need to sort this out some sort of order, and we need to get a plan together where we're going with this team.
All right, we've been joined by Graham. Evening, Graham.
Hi guys, how are you all doing tonight?
All right, mate. Good to hear from you. First time caller, mate.
Yeah, first time caller. Listener for many years,
right,
decided to have a phone in tonight with a wee chat with you.
Oh, good, mate. What's on your mind, mate? By the way, don't make it too hard if you looked at the panel.
Oh, I've not actually. I've not. I'm listening. I've been listening on YouTube, so I've not looked at the panel. But yeah, loads and loads of things on my mind. Unfortunately, I'd love to be phoning in all positive and joyous, but a couple of things through my mind have probably been chatted about already. I was just listening to what they were chatting about Windass. Personally, it terrifies me. Thinking about the thought of somebody like him coming back, kind of linked in a way to what I think Old Bear was saying about Aaron's. He's another of that kind of stable. He comes from a mid-table championship club. He's got a mentality that doesn't require him to win every week. And to add to that, he's not got the physicality, as we saw in his first time round with us. I feel it's the completely wrong way to go down. So like we've seen with Elwell in the summer, this fixation on everything English is it must be great. And as we saw, that's not quite the case. So I think a 31-year-old on loan for Wrexham that we know wasn't good enough the first time is simply not going to solve our issues. See, I'm really disappointed if it's true that we're going to be going back down this route again. I just feel that the profile of player that we're targeting is just all wrong, as was evidenced by the with the summer recruitment. I just feel there's better areas, types of player that we could be targeting.
That suggests, if what you're saying is true, but remember it's purely speculation, that suggests he's not getting a game with Wrexham, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think even if you look at his stats, I think he scored 6 goals this season. He's got a very, very kind of minute level of assists as well. So we saw him for a couple of years when he was here previously. It was a slightly different time, wasn't it? And different players. But you know, he's just not going to be the kind of guy. He's not going to be a game changer that's going to come in and turn things around. But I think, as you might have correctly kind of identified, he'd probably walk into our team. But I think I've listened to you guys enough over the years to know that we're probably all on a kind of similar page, that we've got kind of standards and levels which we're looking to aspire to. And bringing in Josh Windass, it's just nowhere near the level, is it?
I get it, mate. The only argument I was making, it wasn't about Windass. If the manager wants someone who thinks he's improved the team, it's anybody, I'll say yes to it. If the manager wants him to improve our team. But what we've seen of Josh Windass in the past, well, Southside.
Did before, I'm not so keen on bringing players back. We've seen a few, some work, some don't. Balogun come back, we've had Ricky Foster come back to the club. We've seen them in the past with Haitley and all the rest of them, Kenny Millers and that. But listen, I think you would walk into your team at the moment. That's how bad the 2 wide areas are. I think if he went out and played there, I think he would walk in now, because I think Ant-Man and the Gas Man have been pretty poor. It's not it'd be a short-term loan deal to the summer if he comes in, and it'll probably be Danny Rowe, who worked for him at Sheffield Wednesday, that's probably thinking, well, we'll bring him in and he might add a bit of pace up front. He might get on the score sheet a bit more often than what our other wingers are doing at the moment. But it's a short-term fix. I'm not so keen on it. I don't know whether it will happen or no, Graham, like you say. But that's how far down the pecking order we are. We should probably be looking at Scandinavia, probably looking at the German market. Must need to be good down that road, try and get some players in. But they've got to have the right mentality. Not every team that you'll go to probably has that thing that we want, that you need to win every week. But being a professional football player, we don't have players that want to play for each other, Graham. They don't fight for each other. You noticed that on Sunday. You've got that wee Cammy Devlin running about their mouth and half and all over the park, and we don't have a player that could just go in and just either nail them straight away and get away with one. We wait till late on in the game, we're having cheap shots at them. But we've got a squad there that don't fight for each other. We've got a midfield that's weak. As much as Raskin sang by the support, Raskin's been stinking since more or less that Hibs game. When he come back, he's limited to what he can do. He's good at going and breaking play up and getting on the ball, then he has to release it. But we don't have the quality of player in the midfield that can go and make things happen. At the moment, we don't have them on the park, and we probably don't really have them in the squad. Bezrami, I think he can get you up the park. I think he's an intelligent player, but he's been a bit part since he signed for us. And whether he's got a future there or no, I don't know. But I'd like him fit to try and come back into the midfield, because Raskin, Diamondi for me, another one, nearly could have got himself sent off on Sunday. And stupid he does the thing at Kilmarnock, he pulls the boy back, Watson at the edge of the box. He's been sent off 10 times. His discipline's poor. His discipline's been poor. He's actually went backwards and all. And he's another one that's no good enough in the Rangers jersey, and he gets away scot-free.
I think that must be the coaching, mate. Our whole midfield goes backwards, mate.
But it's lack of quality, Ox, and we all know that. It's a lack of quality. They're just not good enough, and we need to get quality a player. But we've got that many bits around about that whole team that we need to fix. It'll come down to where they think the necessity will be and who's available to get the players in. But we need to get quality, and we need players that when we sign them in January, that they're going to start, and they'll start on January the 3rd. We need players to come into that squad to start and be fit and ready.
All right. Listen, Graham, we'll come right back to you. We're going to have a tune, mate. Yeah?
Okay, yeah, perfect.
All right, we'll go right back to you and get your rest of your points. Right, lads, get yourself in mute, because we're going to have a tune.
Tonight's tune is written by Wee Blue Devil, a guy trying to make some good Rangers music, and it's a wee tribute to my hero. So stuff is all.
Tavi came from Wigan. How could we ever know the service he would give us, how our love for him would grow? And now he is our leader, so you can never fear. He'll always be a Ranger, James Tavernier. The banter years were tragic, as every bear agrees. The way that we were treated, it brought us to our knees. But Tavi played his heart out through each and every year. He gave his all for Ranger James Tavernier. His goals we all have witnessed, so many different class. And coming from a fullback is more than we could ask. He gave us so much pleasure throughout his Jurors career. He will always be a legend, James Tavernier. We know we have not triumphed as much as we would love, and we know we can't accept that at Rangers Football Club. But 55 was brilliant, we grinned from ear to ear. The captain who delivered, James Tavernier. No man can play forever, it's sad but it is true. And Tav, he'll be no different, and when his time is through, we will gather round that box, and I'm sure we'll shed a tear for our captain and our legend, James Tavernier. His goals we all have witnessed, so many different class. And coming from a fullback is more than we could ask. He gave us so much pleasure throughout his Jurors career. He will always be a legend, James Tavernier.
While you are sitting listening on your own, why not take part and give us a phone? We would love to hear your points of view, so get off your bum and call 0141 356 1972.
Albert,
Yes, I'm here.
you enjoy
How's it,
that?
sir? Yeah, enjoyed the tour, man. It was good, mate. Tav's official
yeah.
song now. He deserves it, what, doesn't he? He
Oh.
deserves it. There's no doubt about that.
Aye, listen, I think the last verse sums it up, mate. No man can play
Aye.
forever. We all try, mate. We all try.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Thanks for that, Fox. Brilliant, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Graham, what else you got on your mind, mate?
Yeah, maybe just to kind of finalise that kind of last point we were talking about there, about, you know, looking for players with kind of courage and heart, physicality. People can make that difference when it really matters to get us over the line. You know, and who is it fair to say that anybody in our team, and there's nobody in our team who would take a booking to stop a certain goal, you know, take an injury in order to kind of preserve a win. I don't think we've got anybody of that ilk, which is why, and I know it's been debated quite often on some of the social media platforms which I go on, but the big boy Gogic at St Mirren, I know he divides a lot of opinion. He's not the easiest guy on the eye in terms of his playing style, but that guy would run through a brick wall for his team. I think he showed in the cup final the other week there his kind of versatility. He's not just a defender; he can also go in midfield, you know, do that kind of destroyer, battler type role. But I just feel that, you know, he's one of these kind of guys that could almost kind of turn into a bit of a cult hero for us. As I said, run through a brick wall for you. He's never injured. Yeah, he's not going to take you towards the Champions League, but in terms of what we need in Scotland, I just feel we need to kind of start targeting a few more players of that ilk. Know the league, know their way around. They've got a bit of a kind of experience of the dark arts, if you like, and they're also kind of willing to put their bodies on the line. And if I was in charge of recruitment in January, he'd be one of the first guys I'd be looking at. The other one would probably be Lyndon Dykes. Again, another guy that, he's not the greatest footballer in the world, but he knows how to roll his sleeves up. He'll get stuck in, he'll fight, he can win headers, he can be very effective. I just feel that a couple of guys like that, not necessarily those two, but a couple of guys with kind of SPL type experience, physicality, and know their way about, could really kind of transform the team in a slight way. I don't know what the panel think of those two names.
I'm just getting some spelling salts for the Lyndon Dykes one for some of the panel. Listen, the boy Gogic, we've championed him in here for years, mate. Years, literally years. When he played with Hamilton back in the day, he was mentioned as a decent player. Unfortunately, I think I wouldn't sign him now. But I get your point, mate. I think he's been a smashing football player, somebody who could have played at a higher level, and that higher level could have been with us. But I think the ship sailed. He still has his moments, and he's good at what he does. But he'd be sitting in the stand a lot if he played for us, mate. Yeah, AK.
Hi, Graham. Welcome to the show. Listen, I think you're making some excellent points there, mate. I've been one that said about Alex Gogic for a few years now, going back to his Hamilton days, to Lewis Ferguson, that as well was mentioned. But we seem to turn our nose up at these players. Anybody that mentions anybody that plays in the Scottish Premier League, they're no good enough. They're no Rangers standard. Well, look at the team we now. Are they Rangers standard? And that's what it comes back to. Listen, Gogic, we're not saying he's going to be brilliant, but he's going to go in there and do a job. So I 100% agree with you, Graham. I think his wages wouldn't be too much. I don't think St Mirren would be looking for millions the way Hearts did with Shankland. So we wouldn't get priced out it. And listen, I think Alex Gogic walks into our team. Again, a poor reflection on the standard of the players that we've recruited. You think about it though, our European results this year have been abysmal. Why? Because see, most of the players that we've all brought in, or your championship level or lower league England, they've never played at European level. They don't know what playing for a big club and expectancy is all about. Recruitment has been awful, but we've all been saying that for years. But great to listen to you, Graham, and good points tonight, mate. Well done.
Yeah, I totally agree there. I work for a financial business based out in London, and most of my colleagues all support English Championship teams, and some teams in League One as well. So their mentality is entirely different to ourselves. If they go away from home and get a draw, that's kind of seen as a good result. Maybe we'll win next week. If you lose, well, never mind. There's another game next week. Whereas to us, it's a disaster. It's a crisis. And I think that kind of shines through into some of the players that are coming up from these teams. I agree with what your point there. The wee boy Magoma, I like him, but ultimately, he's not got the physicality to play left back. We've got too many guys. Aaron's another one. As soon as the going gets a bit tough, it starts becoming a bit of a battle. They don't want to know. They're pulling out of challenges. I think there's a kind of middle ground, it's a balancing act between it. You need your physical guys that can stand up to the challenge. Your Kirk Broadfoots, if you like, guys like that. But you've got to kind of mix them with kind of some quality foreigners. So your Cherneys, your Tillmans, guys of that ilk. Dare I say Aribo, guys of that ilk, that can kind of take those guys up another level. And I think that's the kind of the piece that we've kind of got to get right with the recruitment. So hopefully Rowe has got a plan in place. And Josh Windass, if it has to be him, it was only a small part of that. But yeah, I just feel as if we need to reconsider, how we approach recruitment. I'm not saying fill the team with players from the SPFL, because then we'll just become another SPFL team. But I certainly think there's a couple of guys that are playing in the league at other teams that could come in and be a good fit for us and certainly contribute a bit better than somebody on loan for Wolves, for instance. It's costing us £2 million a season.
The thing, mate, what I would say is, I think you're right, mate. I think the art of scouting is not to scout the good players. It's obvious, mate. It's to scout the guys that would be better in a better team. For instance, John Brown. Yeah, who would have thought John Brown, when he came into our team, would have been in the 92-93 season formed that partnership with Goff at the back. Nobody thought John Brown would have come in and done that, but he done. Somebody, as soon as signed him, Walter seen it. You have to look at players. That's the art of scouting, to see you bring players in that are maybe can play in several positions and then they make one their own. Robert?
It is, mate. It is. In scouting's trying to improve your team as well, and see if we need to shop about in the Scottish market. As I'm saying, there is a few players out there that you would think could contribute to our squad, and certainly the way we have been playing and performing, certain individuals out there could walk into our team. If you're buying from our league, you strengthen us, but you also weaken them. I mean, you're talking about midfield in particular. We've said it umpteen times. There's no physicality in that midfield at all. You look at the guys like Connor Barron, small in stature, but doesn't get himself about. But you only look at Sunday, and I think Billy touched on it. Sunday, Cammy Devlin, he's not the biggest player, but he had all three of our midfields on strings, and he's not the biggest, but he puts himself about. He's out of contract this summer. He could be another one that you could suggest for kind of physicality. Gogic as well. He's 29 years of age, which I'm surprised at, because you think he's been about for years. But Albert touched on earlier on, experience. He's got 240 appearances in your top flight, Alex Gogic. So he doesn't play international football anymore either. He retired from Cyprus a couple of years ago. So a guy who's 29, 240 appearances, that's experience there as well. But as you say, mate, scouting is who can fit into our squad. And right now, based on what we are seeing, there's a lot of players that you could probably say would improve our squad significantly.
Just so we know, see if somebody's born on the 19th April 1994. I know the schools are different to in Port Glasgow, accept that. Yeah. We've got a guy on here that works in finance. His number's going to be spot on. If you're born on the 14th April 1994, it doesn't make you 29, mate.
Sorry, 31 Gogic is.
Just a slight point there. Slight point, yeah.
2-year rule. But the same argument applies.
Schoolboy error,
I think using him as an example as well, it does kind of like demonstrate that he's the one thing that's kind of not been mentioned.
We've missed loads, Graham. We've missed loads, mate.
Yeah,
we've missed him. He could have been a great squad player. He could have been a John Brown, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's settling in topic as well. Something that's kind of underplayed a little bit. Gogic, if we were saying Gogic today, they'd probably pretty much be able to ready to go come the game at next game at the weekend there. Whereas we seem to be very, very poor at bringing players in that are able to hit the ground running. It seems to be that we bring a lot of players in and it takes them several months to get up to speed, settled into the club. Whereas we never just seem to bring somebody in that hits the ground running. So again, to me, it's another kind of part of the argument of maybe shopping a bit more locally.
Aye, listen, I said that on the show the last couple of days, mate. I don't care where we shop as long as we get the ingredients right. Championship in England, Premiership in England, Scandinavia, Germany. I don't care where it is, as long as we get the ingredients right. Yeah, and that's about getting it, doing it right, signing the guys with the right ability, the right attitude, and arguably the right physicality. Southside.
Aye, we've got to get that right. And listen, there's plenty of good, decent players out there if you can get the scouting system right. There's no reason why we can't look at Scandinavia and the German market and all that. Danny Roll's obviously been in Germany. He's worked at clubs in Germany. He's been with the national team. He knows a lot of people. There might be a few players out there that he might think can fit the bill. I think he understands, as he spoke about in his last couple of press conferences a few weeks back, that he knows the type of player he needs now. He needs to have the right mentality to be able to handle coming and playing at Rangers. So I think before he maybe puts his name to a player, he's going to make sure and know that player will be able to handle it when he comes to the club. But it's the quality's got to go up. The quality's poor. All over the park, and things. For your goalkeeper out, it's poor. Some have some no bad games for a while, but at the end of the day, the quality is no there, and the quality has to go up. It's down to bad recruitment in the summer, and we're going to have to hopefully maybe turn a few of these players might turn round and start to know what the club's about and maybe start to win a performance. And maybe be better players coming into the squad might help them, but there's no guarantee. If I'm honest,
calling the 14 were brought in at this moment in time today. Do you see any of them being a success?
No, really, no. But I thought there was possibly one or two or three of them. I thought maybe would kick on. I thought the gas man coming in, being a winger, had a bit of pace, had potential, started off well. I thought, right, he might be somebody. Wingers all blow hot and cold, and I thought, well, maybe he'll be somebody that will maybe he'll turn out to be no bad. I think Asgard has got the qualities as a football player. I think he's neat and tidy, but he's not got a heart. He's got skill levels. He can laugh, but he's got skill levels. He's just got the heart.
Do you see his effort? Do you see his effort when he tried to control the ball and they took it off him like a wee wave, mate, on Sunday?
I know, but he has got a level of skill and ability. He can take the ball close in. He can take the ball close in and hold it and play a pass off and that. He's got good awareness, but he's no doing what he should be doing. What he did against Dundee United at Ibrox that time, and he takes the ball on the halfway line and goes into the box and scores a really good goal. I'm not saying do it every week, but show levels of ability like that. And he should have a lot more assists these games.
That's the only goal he's been involved in this season, mate.
I know, but just not had a good level of consistency or assists or anything like that. Maybe he's taking a while to settle in. It's took longer than. When you go.
Same question to Albert. How many of the 14's going to make it, mate? I remember some of them are on.
Probably more. That's about it. I see any of the rest of them doing much.
Aye.
It's sad indictment, mate. Sad indictment.
Aye. So, Graham, it all comes back to recruitment, mate, and you've got to get it right. And I think we've got to be careful, and we've got to be diligent. And I don't think we were either in the summer, mate.
No, we clearly don't understand our surroundings, the league that we play in. The league that we play in, we don't play in the EPL, we don't play in La Liga, we're not up against Man City. You know, Guardiola's not in the opposite dugout. It doesn't take rocket science to work out this league. We're up against teams which ultimately are of a very poor level, bar 2 or 3. So if you can come up with a good system, you know, to overcome that, then you're going to win more weeks than you don't. But for me, it's identifying the right players that can hit the ground running, that understand what's required to win every week. And I know we're all being really tough here, aren't we? We're being really tough in saying that the bar's got to be set high, and we are asking a lot. But this is ultimately where we are as a club. And if you as a player don't want to achieve that, you don't want to get to those levels, then maybe you'd be better off, you know, a championship club in England where it doesn't matter if you win every week. But that is ultimately the standard that we are seeking. So, yeah, we've got to find the right individuals. But I'm still a bit unsure whether or not we've got the right people, you know, behind the scenes that can actually do that, can actually understand that, you know, going away to venues at Dundee United away from home, a 2-each draw, we've probably got some guys in there changing them, you know, that are probably thinking that was a decent result. Whereas to us, it's a disaster. I still don't think this is this league's is done and dusted. I still think there's a chance if we can get the recruitment right in January, bring in 3 or 4 quality guys that can hit the ground running, go straight into the team, that could potentially drag some of the other guys along with them. I'm talking about Tillman types levels, Cherny type guys that can come in and, you know, the type of guy we can all look to and say, right, you know what, see when we're struggling today, we can look over to him and he's going to do something for us. And that was the way I felt with Cherny last season. So we've got to kind of try and identify and bring in players of that ilk, you know, that can hit the ground running and ultimately get us to where we want to get to.
Jim?
Evening, Graham. Great call, pal. Fantastic. Yeah. I just hope that on the recruitment side that we're at farewell juniors no working on Daddy's dossier. To me, that's what alarming things. I heard the breaking news tonight, by the way, going on about Josh Windass by the way, I heard they're in for that Barry Bannon as well, by the way, so don't be alarmed.
Well, I want the problems with that, but that's another story, yeah.
Oh, no, we're signing him.
By the way, see when that song came on there, by the way, man, I nearly fell off my king size bed there, man. I thought that was a song about Josh Windass when it mentioned Wigan at the start there.
Oh, he's working on that one. He's Josh was
Oh, man.
He's working on it.
No, seriously, but I think we do need to be diligent, and we need to be further who we're bringing in here. I think it's going to be a worry, because I know you were going on about Big Goggies. Big Goggies, he's settled, his life's comfortable, his family are all settled in Paisley. The guy doesn't need this hassle coming to us at that age in his career. That's what I'm led to believe anyway. As you say, Ox, that ship sailed long time ago with that big boy.
I understand what people would say. He's good at what he does, but he's been good at what he's done for years, mate. Years, you know.
Yeah.
No, but aye, it's going to be interesting and nothing else, Graham. But we've got to get this right. It's so important, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Ultimately, you know, if some of our management team probably believe we've got talent, but as well say with our own eyes, we're outworked and outfought every single week in that midfield, despite the fact we've got a Belgian international in the team and 2 other internationalists, but you know, other decent countries. But ultimately, if we're all honest, we're outworked every single game, aren't we? You know, even going back to games against like Falkirk, Dundee United, everybody seems to dominate us in there. So hard work will beat talent every time if talent doesn't work hard enough. And that's the key thing, the key message we've got to get over. And so that kind of links into the recruitment side of things as well. Yeah, it sounds like some of the other guys have got a similar view to me. If it's up to me, I'd replace the full midfield.
Aye, I'll take that quote to Albert. Albert, hard work. Yeah, you're a hard work expert.
Oh, definitely, mate. I'm an expert on that. I agree with the midfield comment that Graham said there. Totally agree with that. I would replace a whole lot of them because I just don't think they're good enough for various reasons. Some attitude, some skill, some are just like wee Barron. Great attitude, great work rate, 10 out of 10. Skill on the ball, vision, passing, ability, 2 out of 10. He's and with Diamondi, no, don't rate the boy at all. I just don't. The boy's the kicked on by now. He's not. To me, he's a nutcase anyway. He does stupid things. He's a stupid player doing stupid things. I've no idea what he's doing half the time. Barron's checked out. No Barron. Raskins, he's just checked out. We know that now. He's went away. He's done with Rangers, and I think Rangers are done with him. It's one of these situations where. We're all relying on him too much as well. He's a certain type of player. He's a player that's good in a team and he's very effective for a team, but he can't carry a team. He's just that type of player. We need football players in the middle of the big, strong, physical football players in the middle of the park. Roll said it himself when teams are attacking us, we're not compact enough because you get midgets all over the place. They don't fill the part. They don't look. So you're glad to get Stirling back if you get him in the midfield to help them. But he's not going to be a skillful midfielder. I'm talking about playmakers, people that actually can play football. They actually can run and move about a park. They can handle themselves. We've not got any of that. As for Gogic and players like that, if bringing them in, I don't bother with bringing them in. It's what you're left with after a year. After a year, what do you do with these players? You're going to have all these players on your wage bill for whatever length of contract they've managed to negotiate themselves for. That's my concern. I think we need to realise we've not got the money to do these experiments, and we've not got the money to keep signing players and not getting it wrong. Eventually, the club will start running into financial difficulties if we keep this up. We've got to get it right, and the people responsible have got to be held responsible. That's why I would put the cap on it now. No more £1 million players, no more of it. You've got to go out and get young, I'm saying young, middle-aged football terms, hungry players that want to do something in their career. And they've got the right attitude. They want to win games. The way you get yourself noticed is in a winning team. So I'm looking for that type of player. And if you get it wrong, it's not costing you a fortune. That's as simple as that. We've got to go down this road. And if you get a decent enough coach, stroke manager, he builds the team. He molds the team into. I mean, if you look at Hearts, the Rangers TV go to right and Saturday. It's just 11 ordinary guys doing their jobs in their positions. That's all it is, mate. It's no more than that. You can't tell me there's a Hearts player in there that you go, he's brilliant. What a player he is. There isn't. There's 11 ordinary players just all in their positions doing their jobs. And that's what we have no go. We've got right backs that want to be centre forwards. We've got midfielders that win the ball and supposed to pass the ball, want to hold the ball and run with the ball and dribble with the ball. You've got guys playing out of position. You've got McGomer trying to be a left winger, stroke wing back. You've got Arms on the other side trying to be a right. It's nuts, mate. It's never going to work. So all you need to do is get 11 hungry players, desire to win, and get them into your team. And they don't have to spend millions to do it. They're out there. Whether it's Scottish, whether it's English, whether it's Japanese, Australian, I don't care where they come from, mate, but they're out there. They're out there. And we need to get them, and we need to get it right. Sorry, mate. Get on a bit.
No, aye, good points. Graham?
Yeah, I agree to an extent there. I think you've got to get the blend right. So your Mikey Muirs, your Magomas, whilst they can be good on their day, I still think on those days when they've got a bit of a kind of a challenge against us, things are not going our way. You need your guys like your Shanklins, your Goggages to kind of G them up a wee bit, put an arm around somebody's shoulder and say, listen, we're still in this type thing. Keep the motivation and the momentum up. So I think you've got to get the blend right. We can't fill the team with that kind of blue sky thinking. It was talked about a few years ago of guys between the ages of 21 and 25 that were home to bring in for 2 million and sell for 7. You've got to have a kind of hardcore of guys, local guys that understand what it's going to take to get us over the line. And they've got to come from that kind of winning. They've got to have that winning mentality. Ideally, they've kind of already got it kind of inbuilt. So it's difficult to kind of to put that winning mentality into guys that have never won anything before. We've seen that over several years now. So yeah, it's all about getting the blend right. That's for the scouts, I think, really earn their corner, I think, by identifying those right players.
Yeah, mate. Listen, we're going to digress a wee bit. I've got the boys have done some Secret Santa, so we're just going to quickly open them. Graham, you're welcome to stay with.
No worries. I'll go off. I'll let somebody else come on. That's fine.
No, what a call, mate. We really appreciate it. What a call. Don't be a stranger, mate. We really enjoyed talking to you.
Yep, absolutely. I'll come back on again, guys. And if I don't come back on beforehand, have a great Christmas, everybody.
You too, mate. Enjoy your
too,
festive,
mate.
mate.
All the best, pal.
Okay.
All the best.
All the best.
All the best, Graham.
Bye.
All right. The first name out the hat this evening is Robert. So there you go. There's Robert's Secret Santa, Mr. Fox.
Oh, no.
All right, Robert.
Cheers, mate. Appreciated.
You're not going to share with the rest of the world, though.
That's a 2021 wall calendar, the village people.
That's because they stopped making them then. I go back to my point this afternoon, AK.
What was that? Sorry.
I go back to my point this afternoon. Right, who's next? Let me see who's next. Chat amongst yourself. Great call by Graham there, Jimmy.
Aye, superb. Aye, very interesting. Good to hear new callers coming in. Get a few more on. Southside, get your pals on that YouTube and all the rest of it. Tell them all you get phoning in here.
By the way, I meant to say, is that Windass 31 right enough?
Well, according to Robert, he's only 22.
All right.
No, he's 31. I can confirm.
That was a schoolboy error, that one, mate, wasn't it?
Too many players searching the day, mate, with the amount of ages to remember. But I got his appearances right. Turn on 41 if you want to include the weekends.
Guys, see where that boy's comments here regarding the players. Would the panelists all be in agreement that And I'm kind of going down the road. I think the midfield's the biggest problem in this team now.
Agree.
Albert's been saying that for a while, mate, and he might be proved right. You know, but anyway, Mr. Fox, Jim, you've been next to be pulled out the hat. If you check
Where am I doing here? Where am I going to look here?
where you were told, if you look in the chat, Mr. Fox, are you ready? All right. Have you found it yet, Jim? Speak, Jim, if I ever hold your peace.
He's in know of his present.
Obviously, he's got a mute button for Christmas.
Aye. Oh, by the way,
Donate.
it's a permanent mute
That's
button.
no bad. That's no bad. Yeah, that must have been his old one for his head kills.
You like it?
Aye, no bad, mate.
Let the rest of the boys know what you got.
Yeah, it was an 80s head map, I think. But looks at
That'll teach them Southside, won't it?
Aye, I know. I certainly will.
Right, who's next? Who wants to go next? Oh, Mr. Southside, yes. Mr. Southside's been pulled out the hat, yes?
I know what this one is.
Oh, I bet you don't. Right, okay, Mr. Southside. Right, we're just waiting to see it. It's a big one, mate. It's quite a heavy one to carry.
This isn't betting tips.
Oh, no, oh, we weren't allowed to do that, mate. There we go. I know you like a bit of reading on the festive.
All right, aye. I'll read that. I'll certainly take time to read that.
You going to let the boys know what you got? Are you keeping it to yourself? I know you like a secret.
How to become a billionaire?
No.
Must be your subscription to Willie Hull, surely, man.
No. I'm just. Hold on, I need to check this one. Oh, Aye, that's what it. Oh no, I can't reveal that.
Oh, either you do it or I do it.
I like you do it.
Understanding is that Southside got a collection of Mills and Boons books, Albert.
I thought it would be 50 Shades of Grey. Anyway, there you go.
No. He's past all that. He's
coming into his prime.
Yes. Right. Who's next? Oh, Mr. AK. I think Mr. AK. Right. Where am I? Let me see if I can find his. His is quite heavy.
Big Stevie's at the door.
Oh dear. Right. Oh, quite a bit of weight in this one. I wonder what it is. Who got this? Must have cost a few quid. There you go. Okay. Take that, mate.
I can see it now.
You can share that.
One of the weight loss Managerial pens. Cheers, pal. Yeah, fat me.
Oh, brilliant, man.
Oh dear. Right, last but no least. Mr. Albert. Keep the best to the last there.
So, when's yours?
I took the time and bought everybody's. But did you buy mine?
Did you not get the email about it?
You must say, hi, you never get the email. Bucking in it, 1-1.
Well done, Rob.
Took yous a year, boys. Took yous a year. Where am I? Where's all Bears? Oh, here he's here.
You need to tell me where it is. I can't get into the chat.
There you go. In your name, mate. Check your name. I'll be there. In your WhatsApp, yeah?
Right, okay. Here we go.
Right.
I'm glad Bridge isn't on here.
Is that a
Something
notepad and
good.
pen? Blankety blank. Notepad.
For his New Year
Oh, dear.
list.
You fun it all,
What's
Bear?
this?
You got it?
What's this? Is that a big blanket you gave me? Is that what that is? A big electric throw? I've already got one. I've got one over me the new. That's two.
That's a new one. That's a new one.
I tell you.
You notice,
Showing-
notice what it's called?
What's it called?
Teddy's electric throw. Well, that was quite apt.
Aye, that'll do me. I'll do
There
that.
you
Aye.
go. See, there was I
Aye.
put a bit of thought into that for you.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you very much. I'll have that.
Seems that you're the only one that's happy, Kate.
Oh, I'm delighted. I'm delighted. By the way, we've all clubbed together and we've got to Connect 4.
Oh, is that set concept?
Aye.
Any's want to challenge me to Connect 4 anytime he's like.
That's a noise
Okay,
game, is it not?
There's a French John Barnes want to challenge you.
No. You're better than that. Right, well done. Thanks to Mr. Fox and Mr. Old School Blue for helping out, as usual. Thanks to Fox for taking the time to wrapping the gifts up.
Well done, Foxy boy.
Yes.
Well done. Well done,
Bit of
Fox.
reading for
Well
you
done,
outside,
Fox
that'll
and
keep you
Terry.
happy.
Oh, sorry, I was
your
just, I was
magnifying
just
glass
reading.
tonight,
I was
Reg?
just starting to read that book here. Aye, I'll keep me going to tomorrow.
All the endings are the same, mate.
Aye, so I can see.
Oh dear. All right. Bit of fun.
My calendar's
Olga.
5 years out of date.
I know. They stopped making them then.
My
So it's a
80s ed's not updated either.
You get
That
gift
was always-
receipts for these.
Yours was out a second-hand shop, Jim. That was always spending in you.
I'm telling you, I think that was back in the days he was at Z-Cars, by the way.
Aye. Okay, there's been a lot of talk about after scenes with the Gerard thing. I don't know who's watched it, who hasn't watched it. AK, your thoughts on it, briefly?
A few interesting comments, shall we say. I think Gerard's left the door wide open there for a possible return. Touched on a lot of things, but he didn't really name names, but some interesting stuff in there.
Was your take on it? It was Stilwell and Stewart.
Aye, he didn't want to work with him because he touched on his difficulty working with Ross Wilson and getting denied Joey Veerman. He wanted to link him with Big Lundstrom in the midfield, and you could see where he said that to everybody, to the nation watching. You need to fix the roof when the sun's shining, and they get promised certain things and they didn't materialise. So, but he didn't name names, but you can guess who it was. But rather than go through the 5 years of hurt, would you have just gave him what he wanted if we could afford it at the time?
It's a big if, isn't it? Big if.
I know. And I know
Oh,
Douglas Park dug deep with the losses that we had. So
we should have punted somebody, mate. Yeah, and in hindsight, that would be Morelos and Kent, but the manager at the time, he wouldn't have wanted that neither. But that's what we should have done.
Or Tavernier, he would have been value at that time.
The whole squad the whole squad,
Mhm.
pretty much. Well, in majority of them. Albert,
Aye, in hindsight, it's a great thing, but you're right. He should have punted somebody. But his comments about I'm no magician, I can understand what he's saying, but some of the managers need to realise great managers come in and make bad teams good. You know what I mean? That's part of being a great manager. Coming into a team that's got good players and you just rejig them and it just all works. It's not a great manager. It's just an ordinary manager to me. So I don't like the fact that he's talking to now and there's a guy in the job and he's doing his best to try and pull this together with the resources and what he's got to deal with. So I don't particularly like that, mate. Better keeping your mouth shut at the moment. If you really want to come back, that is keeping your mouth shut and not saying too much. Don't take the interviews and what I'm trying to say.
aye. Anyway, we've been joined with Bob J. Evening, Bob J.
Hi, good evening, lads. How you doing?
All right, mate.
All right. I've been listening to the show. A lot of brilliant points made tonight, but my thesis is that Rangers are just full of ordinary players. They're not good enough. They didn't frighten anybody anymore, and I don't think we're going to win this league. I've been thinking about it. I don't think so. I think we'll give ourselves too much today, and we've not got enough quality in the side. We've getting all the answers. It's been a disaster for the start of the season up to now, and I don't know. I hear you all talking about it, and I don't think any of us exactly know where to put your finger on it. It's just a lack of quality, a lack of leadership, everything. I'm sorry to be so fierce with my criticism, but I'm afraid you can see it staring you in the face, boys. Rangers teams used to go in the park, used to dominate, create chances, win most of the games. This squad can't do that. They're just no good at it. It's just full of ordinary players, not at a good level. And I'm afraid that the future's no too. I'm going to say the future's on there. Well, the future doesn't look too bright. I didn't believe in going back for Steven Gerrard. He walked away for the job. We've got a manager here. Try and find the funds somewhere for to back the man, make the quality higher, and make it better. So there's a lot of controversy for Bob Gerrard. There you go.
Okay, Robert.
Hi, evening, Bob J.
Evening,
Obviously Sunday
Robert.
was a
Robert, stop looking at that calendar. Carry on.
it's the pictures, mate. No, obviously Sunday was a big chance, Bob J, to claw right back in it. We obviously had a good run up until then. You look at it now, 12 points is quite a big gap. Can we do it? Mathematically, aye, but realistically, what you said, spot on, mate, we need to improve the quality of players. January will not solve that, obviously, but you can start it there and get some players in that can be starters. We've said it umpteen times in the show. The end that comes in has to be better than what's there already, but they have to be ready to start games and be flung into the deep end, stand up, be counted for, and be a better improvement what we've got. So it's hard to obviously look at it, as you say, mate, and think that we could still go and win the league. It would take some monumental run yet again. But again, that comes down to the quality of player, but also the attitude and desire of these players to actually go and deliver and do something successfully this season. We've still got a cup competition to try and progress in, and hopefully if we lift that, it's a bit of silverware. It's not the one we want. We obviously want the league, but as you say, mate, there's a lot went wrong this season, and it's hard to pinpoint exactly the root cause of it. But again, it's hard to think different at this moment in time, given the points disadvantage we're behind. But it's been caused by ourselves.
Jim?
Evening, Bob. How you doing, sir?
All right, sir. How are you?
Nah, no bad, big man. Good point there. I don't think we've got a chance in hell of winning this league this season. I think we were all kidding ourselves on when we all thought we were back in there and all the rest of it, but the quality in the team's just not there. It's not there. You, Jim.
Somebody said turkey already for the Christmas.
That's a Bobby Russell.
AK's Managerial pen's working.
Nah. I'd change my pants if I was him. There you go.
You're right there, Bob J.
Hi, I'm brand new. Never better, pal. Never better.
Aye. Aye. AK,
Well, the point is,
aye. On
sorry.
you go, mate. On you go. No, on you go, mate.
The point is, there's 20 games to go yet. You never know what can happen. And I keep hoping at the kick-off of every game. I say, Rangers, please give us a performance. Have it fair. Give us it. Play well, and it never materialises. That never happens. It just happens in wee bits, fits and starts. I nearly said someone else here. Fits and starts during the game. But now, I'm afraid the quality, the overall quality is not there. And you've been watching Dross winning that league for years. And can it continue? No. Sorry.
Arguably, our best performance domestically this season has been against the D United away. We never won the game, AK.
Aye, very true, because it just shows you it's highlighting our frailties up front. There was a few question marks when obviously Czerny's returning back to his parents' side. Igaman was sold. He forced himself at the club, and Dessers was sold. So 63 goals was coming out of our team before we kicked a ball, and we replaced it with Miowski, Chermiti, and Danilo. And you look at their records in the last year, you knew we were going to be up against it, pal, and that's how it materialised. We've not got a good team. Nainies can deny that or defend it, but Kavanagh's come in there and he has thrown some money, but he's gave it to the wrong people. He's trusted the wrong men, and that's set us back for the entire season. But they would just roll out and gee up. That's not in our DNA.
We go again
as supporters.
We go again
Exactly.
Saturday.
I know, but we need to install that in their players.
These games are massive for this manager, mate. Massive.
Absolutely.
It's mental. That's what happens, which I'm not saying that Danny wrong, but he has to win the 2 games and have a wee bit of momentum going forward and see where it takes us when new people come in. Massive game, no for the manager and the club. Yes, mate.
I think you're right.
On you go.
I was just going to say briefly, see the fact...
On you go,
sorry.
No, on you go. No, on you go.
AK, finish off then, Jim.
No, I was just going to say, sorry, Jim, the fact we're worried about teams like Motherwell, St Mirren and Dundee and Falkirk and everybody else, that just shows you where we are as a team.
Fair comment, mate. Jim?
I think the next 6 games could be pretty pivotal for the guy. I think he needs to win them, but the chance he's created in all these games, man, have been horrendous. And you're like, man, where are these goals going to come from?
Aye, fair comment, mate. We're not scoring a lot of goals. Southside.
No, but no, listen, you can pinpoint a couple of things maybe on Danny Rowe for here or there, maybe substitutions, maybe 1 or 2 starting that you might not think, but listen, he's come into a mess and he's trying to sort it out. But I've already said the quality's done. The defence don't know how to mark. We do zonal marking that doesn't work. We've got a midfield that can't create and go and create chances, dominate games, can he go in and win tackles, can he kick people off the ball, make the tackle, go and take a booking when it counts. And we've got a forward line that's poor. Timitty's going to goal scoring thing on Sunday, but his return, because of the value that we've paid for him, he's getting criticised, but he's not been at the races at all. Miowski doesn't look like he's settled in yet either. He needs another gear. He needs a bit more help and all. So, and we've got Ant-Man who's out injured, and we've got the other guy, Gasamara, or Gasman, whatever you want to call him, no functioning. Started half well and then fell off a cliff. And doesn't look as if he's really interested at times. So he's dealing with all that. So I'd cut him a bit of slack until we can try and get some players in. We don't even have a director of football in to help him out. We've got Bjornaby in who will probably help to a point. Some players, we should have people in there in the background that's got some idea of who the sort of targets we're looking for. And Danny Rowe will probably have to try and use his contacts to see if he gets the right player. At least he understands what type of player we're getting in, or we need to get in. So I wouldn't blame him totally. I think he's turned it round with shots against us that under Russell Martin, they were getting 15 to 20 shots against us in a game. I think he's turned it round a bit. We were beat by a poor Hearts team, because this is a poor Rangers team that we're watching, and our goalie sells probably gives away a bad kick out that leads to a corner for a goal for a set piece, and then we sells a second goal. It's not a great Hearts team, but it's a poor Rangers team at the moment. But it's down to the board to give them the funds to get the right type of players in, and how many that will be in January or that. But I'd cut him a bit of slack. Don't think it's all his fault, and I think he certainly majorly needs a lot of help to get quality into that squad, and then we might see a different sort of team.
I think, again, it's getting people out as well, Albert.
Aye, I wouldn't be blaming Rowe for it, mate. I think he's got this whole season. Disregard what's going to be happening. I think he's got at least the whole season, probably next season as well. You can't keep sacking managers, mate. It's just we're getting nowhere sacking managers. I mean, we should have learnt this lesson a long time ago, but we don't seem to learn it. And here we go again, talking about managers need to win a certain amount of games. It's nuts, mate. The guy's walked in as Southside said, a total shambles, and he's got these group of players. There's nothing he can do to make them better. Nothing at all. They need to if they're off form, they need to get back on form, and they need to start showing something. That's if they're off form. If they're just bad players, we're in trouble for this season anyway.
What do you
I think they're just bad players. I think they're just bad players, mate. Because if you're out form, it just stop you running. It just means you're not controlling the ball. You can't make a pass right. It's just things are not coming after you. But it doesn't stop you running. There's nothing stops you running. Barnes proving that point. So, end of the day, I'm with Bob J when he says they're just ordinary players. That's exactly what they're, just ordinary players, mate. And we can't hide the fact. I mean, every big game we lose, and there's 2 important games this season, and our goalkeepers cost us goals in both games. The League Cup semi-final and then the Hearts game, a 6-pointer. I mean, that game there on Saturday is the most important game in the league. I know Bridge says every game's important, and he's right, but that one there is the most important one we're playing so far this season, and we fell flat in our faces. No short measure because our goalkeeper's a clown. I know I'm being harsh with him and he's been had no bad season, but at the end of the day, the season's 38 games. It's not just when he comes up his hump to have a save or two. He makes a save, and everybody's saying I made that save when it was 2-0. Stop the second goal and then let that one in. At least you give us 75 to 80 minutes of trying to win a game and get a draw. But the game's done as soon as that second goal. That's the sort of thing you're up against here. Unless these players are going to get together and all sit down and be honest with each other and say, look, if nothing else, we're just going to put the effort in. No, we're not good enough, but we're going to really put the effort in. And you've got to try to win these games. You can't just roll down, lie down and roll down. You've got to try and win these games. They mean something. Because we're still building a team, remember. We're still trying to build a team. And it's all right saying we need to rip it all up and throw it away and start again. Well, we can't keep doing that. That's just madness. So we need to try and do something and start somewhere. So it needs to be the now. Start building the team for the now. And it should have been all this season. I heard they clowns that, Rodwell and Stuart saying, we're trying to build the aeroplane and still fly at the same time. They couldn't build a bogey then. Anyway, where were we?
What did they employ him for? Bring him in for? Surely we employed him to bring him in and improve the squad and improve what's going on. We're seeing now, is it any better than the one previous? Well,
how does he do that?
He must have had a vision when they interviewed him that what he was going to do with that squad. So surely he's culpable as the players when it comes to it. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be on him.
I wouldn't agree with that.
He gave his report and said, by the way, see these 14 players you've signed, every one of them's a dud. And by the way, see your leadership group, they want to go. I can't do nothing, but we'll get to January the best we can, and then we'll start again. What happens if that's what he's told the board? Because he did tell them, he told us all, he gave a report to the board, didn't he?
Correct, but we still shouldn't be accepting.
He can't say that publicly, Jim.
It's going to be interesting. By the way, I'm not advocating that the guy gets a bump. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that in any way. But they employed him to try and enhance this group of players. And I don't see it happening.
I don't know if they can. You can, mate. I don't know if
I
they
know,
can.
I know.
And he's come in. He's then reported back and said, by the way, this team, this group, no, it's never going to happen. You need X, Y, Z. It might be, no pun intended. They might say you need A to Z. Yeah, that's how bad
Yeah,
it
I
is.
know, I know. You're right.
I'm usually on. AK.
When was the last time you were rang? 84, was it?
No, there was a time last year, but he's all missed it, mate.
Oh well. It's just we can't dress it up anyway, so
I'm running
we've just got to get through
the Southside Super 6.
Listen, the support will keep supporting. They'll still follow on. They'll still back the team, but we're just all scunnered. And we've seen this movie before. Gave us false hope. But the league, Hearts. I mean, Southside's saying Hearts are a poor team. I don't agree with that. I would say Hearts are an efficient team. And McInnes just plays a simple game. He keeps the tactics simple, and he puts round, objects in round holes, and that's the way you do it in Scotland to be successful. Don't complicate it. We've overcomplicated things and tried to be this brilliant fit of a team. Just keep it simple. Bod and Snotters wins a lot of games in Scotland, and that comes down to character, mentality, and things like that. Things that we've overlooked for far too much, and nanies can identify with it when we're watching this Rangers team.
Yeah, right. We've reached that time of the evening quite quickly. Last word, Bob J.
Hi, thanks for having me, Alex. There's not one word of blame can be levelled at Danny Roll. Danny Roll's problem is inheritance. This is what the man's inheriting. We're fast approaching the January window, and we'll see what difference he can make. One problem I've got is that I hope my great club doesn't stand on the edge of the abyss of financial ruin again. I hope not. I don't think so. We'll just have to wait and see what the future brings. That's it. Anyway, everybody needs to have a very, very Merry Christmas, and I'll see you when the show resumes. When does the show resume, Alex? Hello.
There'll be a match day show on 27th, I think, Bob.
20th. Aye, okay.
Sure.
I'll be there thereabouts. So have a very, very good festive season with your families. And I'll say to the people who are connected to me, don't send me an Oasis CD. I'd rather listen to a giraffe peeing in a thimble. Right. All the best, lads. Take
All the
care.
best, Bob.
All the best, big man.
All the best, Bob.
Cheers, Bob.
Take care.
Yeah, Bob.
Last word for your good self, Jim.
Guys, I can't thank you enough for welcoming me into your wee family. I've really, really enjoyed that. So, these parting words, I'm going to wish you all a Merry, Merry Christmas. Thanks again, lads.
Cheers, Jim. It's been a pleasure getting to know you, mate. Just once you get directions better, you might find us at a night out, yeah?
You need to tell her, you send me that email then.
Cheers, mate. You've been interested, mate. All the best.
Yeah, bother.
Robert.
All the best, guys.
Cheers again for me on, Ox. Good to be on with a lot of the guys tonight. Again, from myself to all you guys here on the show and everybody that's out there listening, hope you all have a very merry and safe Christmas, and we'll be back before you know it.
Here. AK.
Aye, similar thoughts. Thanks for the gift you gave me. I'll use that with intent. But aye, everybody, top lads on here. Hope everybody enjoyed the show tonight. All the listeners, good to be part of it, and wish everybody all the best for the festivities over the years. But come on, the Rangers. That's what it's all
I
about.
don't mind sharing your gift with you, mate.
There's a few in here can do it.
Chuckle Brothers to me, to you.
Albert.
Aye, good being on tonight, mate. It's the same old problems we've got in it. It's nothing changes, but apart from that, it's 2 sleeps to Santa. So wishes all a Merry Christmas and good health. All the best to your mum, Alec.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah. Southside.
Aye, great to be on the night with everybody, and I just want to thank everybody out in the YouTube channel. A lot of them have posted in wishing us all a Merry Christmas that have been on the night, so I'd like to thank them and wish everybody on the YouTube channel. Hope you have a great time at Christmas, and thanks for joining us as always on the show. And aye, suppers and onwards. After a couple of days by, we're back into the football season again, and we're back watching the famous against Motherwell, and hopefully picking up the 3 points. But aye, everybody that's been on the night, or the panel, and everybody that's phoned in, I wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and hope everything goes well for everybody, and we'll hopefully hear from you when we're back. So thanks for having us on.
Yeah. Listen, there's two guys that we carry this time of the year who make Rangers Radio work. So a big shout out for everybody involved, Tour Fox and Old School Blue. Without the two lads, there's no show, and we don't get to talk rubbish we do most of the time. So a big shout out to Fox and Old School Blue at this festive time. I believe the two of them have got themselves sorted. Terry's got a seat at the top table, I believe, and Fox will be busy entertaining as he always is at this time of the year. So Merry Christmas for all the panellists, to the two guys who work in the background, Fox and Old School Blue. Thanks to you lads for all joining us. Thanks to Graham, first time caller, good to hear him. And our mate Bob Gia coming in and talking like he always does, straight to the point. Thanks to everybody that's listened, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas for all the people out there. Rangers Radio will hopefully be back on Saturday, and if we know it's because all the panellists are at the game, mate, on Saturday, so we'll hopefully plan a show for Saturday. But thanks, everybody, please enjoy their Christmas. All the best. Take it away, Old School Blue.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. If you feel so blue, you're just thinking about you. It'll be decorations of red on a green Christmas tree. It won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas right, but I'll have a blue Christmas.